Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Happy Thursday. Today I'm going to be doing the next 6 stages of the Hachette Partworks release of build the Batman Tumbler Batmobile. In past videos I keep referring to it as the Batman Tumbler, but it's a Batmobile. So it's a Batmobile Tumbler. I got it right. I don't know if this is still available to get. I have put a link in the video description and there is a QR code on the screen, but I don't know. I don't think it is, because normally with Hachette Partworks, once you've started a collection halfway through, all you can get now are the current issues. You won't be able to get the issues like from 1 onwards at the moment. But if you haven't seen me build this, then obviously there's a full playlist for this and you can watch it all the way from pack 1 and build it through me, I guess. But I think we're doing the roof today. Obviously in the last pack we got this, and we also started this section here, and I believe today we're going to be adding on to all of these details. I've laid out the boxes already, so without further ado, let's get cracking. So here is stage 59. Each stage again comes with a magazine, and we are going to be doing additional roof supports for your tumbler. So we've got some roof supports here to put in, and then we're attaching this to this section here, so it's looking just like that. Now everything does come in these cute little boxes here with the Batman logo on. Let's get all of this out. Okay, to start this build we're going to need this little bracket here, which is stamped as number 2, and we do have 2 of these little sort of like connecting brackets here. Now one is longer than the other, so I want the shorter one first. Now the shorter one, I don't know if it's stamped or anything, I don't think it is. It's actually going to be going this way round onto this connecting bracket. Now the lugs, I don't know if they're different sizes, but when it fits on it should look like that. And then bringing over the roof section that we're working on, we've already got a bracket in here. This is just going to go into this side. Push that all the way in. And then I'm able to turn this over, and once again I'm going to be putting a BP screw in there to hold that into place. So I'm just supporting it from the back side there while I get this screw in. And then what we've done on one, we're going to be doing on the other one here. So once again, having this way round, I need the part that says number 2, which is this one, and put that in there. Perfect. Take the part that says number 1 and put that the other side. Bring over the roof section again, and it's pretty easy to see if we've got this on this side, this one's going to be going on this side this way round. So these are all facing in the interior there. Now once again, BP screws to hold that into place. Before I put this completely in though, I do have this bar to put in. This is a support bar. There is a hollow side. We want that to be facing down. So one side's going to go into here. Let's get that in like that. The other side's going to be going into this section over here. Perfect. So with that in, I'm now ready to screw in this side with the BP screws. So one there and one here. And with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 60 here, here's the magazine. And we're going to be doing the spoiler and deflector. So we've got 3 pieces here to put in. Attaching all of this together. So again, at the end, it's looking just like this. Looks like a nice quick stage, this one. Big box for this one here. So it's, I do like how everything is either paper or card. And all of these pieces that you can see here, aside from this one, are metal. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this grill, and it's going to be going onto the lugs just here like that. And it's going to be held in with an SM screw. I said 1 SM screw, it actually takes 2 SM screws. So one that side and one this side. All I'm going to do is take the left air intake now, this metal section here, and that's just going to go in here like that. And this is going to be held in with these CM screws. That's going to take 2 of these. And I am putting a tiny bit of oil on because we're going into metal. I say that in every video. There we go. That's in. And that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 61, here's the magazine. And this time we're going to be doing the left, I'm terrible at pronouncing this, the left aileron of your tumbler. So we're going to be doing that aileron. Quite a chunky little stage this looks like. So at the end, it's now looking just like this. Wow, look, this one's actually got one of these small screwdrivers. I actually already have one of them, look. So this one's actually bigger. That's interesting. I've got two now. Look, I'm collecting small screwdrivers. So to start off with, I'm going to need this side here, which is stamped with an L. And I also need this bracket, which has got a stamp of, I think it says 14. It could be I4. I've got a tiny pin here, which I need to put through. So the pin's going in this way here. And then this is going to rest into the bridge that you can see in this section here. This is going to be fiddly. There we go. That's in just like that. It needs to be this way round with the short end facing me first. Then I've got a bracket to put on, which is going on top there. And then finally I'm going to be piecing these together with the top of this aileron. And I'm hoping that when I push this together, nothing's going to fall out. Perfect. Now it's held in with these tiny MP screws, which is why they gave us a small screwdriver. So I've got that here, and it's just a case of 3 of these MP screws to hold this together. Now once that's in, I'm going to be turning this over, and I'm interested in this area just here because I've got this connector for the aileron to go in. Oh, when I say that, I'm telling you. So it's going in that way there, probably best on one of these cameras, perhaps a close-up one. I'm going to hold it with my hand because now I'm going to be attaching this aileron into place. Now it goes in this way, and the bracket section here is going to be fitting onto that section, and it's actually held in with a WP screw. Now WP screws are these long ones here, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, I'm thinking, because you do need to hold it from the bottom to get this piece in. There we go, it's going in. You do need to make sure it goes in straight so it comes out the other side, which it is. Perfect. So the aileron's in. All we need to do then is take where we got the bracket here, going to be a little bit tricky, and put it into the cavities that we've got here and here, just like this. And they're going to be held in with AP screws from the other side. So just hold that with my hand and put one in here. And then grab another AP screw. And that's going to hold this end in here. So that is now in place. And I'm guessing this is going to be able to move because of that bracket there eventually. We'll have to see. I'm not sure. That does need to sit in there though. Like that. So whatever piece we put on there, we'll keep that bridge section in. All I'm going to do then is take the other bracket here, and that's going to be going into these points here and here, just on the edge. Once again, screwed in with AP screws from the other side. I'm just going to put one in on this side here, because before I put the second one in, I do need to clip this tab in the end, just into that circular hole there like that. And that will enable me to put the last AP screw in. And with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. Now, once we've got one aileron in, we're going to be putting another one in. And this one actually goes directly behind that one. So this is the next aileron here. And as you can see, once we've installed this, it's going to be looking just like this. Slightly smaller, this one. So get everything out the box. But this time it's slightly different. We've got this bracket here now. You see this is bent slightly at the top. It goes off in one direction. I do want it to be going in this way, so that the direction it's tilting to is this edge here. And in a similar way on the other side here, I am going to be mounting the other aileron into the point just there. And once again, it's held in with one of those long WP screws. So it goes in this way here. It's best to kind of keep it flat because gravity is not going to be your friend when you're doing this. And I'm going to try and put a WP screw in this side. You're really going to need some dexterity with your hands to do this. But I think I've got that in. That's good. So once it's in one side, all I've got to do is ensure it comes out the other side okay. And I'm looking to make sure the screw goes all the way through, which it has. Oh, that was hard. So there we go. That's the second one in there. Now, the other two brackets we've got here are labelled L2 and L3. You can see that on the base there. So the first bracket I need is L3. That's going to be going into this socket just in the inside here. And then it's going to house the top of the Aileron here, the clip. So before I do that, I want to make sure that this is still sitting directly into where it needs to be, just there. Perfect. Put this in and ensure the clip goes into the top. Very fiddly. And then once again, AP screws to hold that in place. Now, once I've got one in, it's going to be easy to get the other one in. So we've got both of them on that side now, which means the last one we've got to put in is just going on the other side. Once again, I'm going to preload an AP screw up. Get this in and ensure that the tab is going through this side here, which it is. It does kind of hold itself now. So I can put two AP screws in here. So they're both in position. That's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 63, I'm guessing we're going to be doing the other side. Let's have a check. We are, exactly like we did right at the beginning of this pack. We're going to be creating this section first, and then the next section, which I believe is the last section, we're going to create the other side aileron, or the first aileron. I'm laughing because the amount of times I'm having to say the word aileron, when you all know that's a word that I struggle with. That and using the words all oily. Try and say all oily together really quickly. You're going to struggle. All oily. Okay, so just like last time, we're going to be putting this grill section in just like that. It's held in with SM screws. And get that in nice and tight. And then I want to open these CM screws up because I'm going to need them next. Just to put this metal plate into place. It goes on this side here. And get that in nice and tight. And then just like we did on this one here, this one's going to be going on this side. So from the underside, probably best on the top camera, we're going to be putting this on top of these 2 points there, held in once again with CM screws. It's a really tight section this is, but it's looking good, isn't it? Check that out. I will polish this up at the end, but that is the end of that stage. Which means, as I said in the last stage here, we are going to be creating the first of the, is it the right hand side we're doing, aileron, exactly like we did a couple of stages back here. So that's now going to look just like this. So just like last time, I want to take this side of the aileron and put the bracket in here like that. I'm looking for this arm here, which is labelled with R4. Put a pin in and ensure when I put this in, it's going to fit into the bracket just here with the smaller side facing up. Pin all of this together. And then with these tiny MP screws, again, I need 3 of these to hold this together. So if I put the one in here nearest to that bracket first, I know that's not going to fall out. Now I'm loading a WP screw up because you know this bit's going to be fiddly. Because this is going to be going on this side here. But once again, what I need to do is put this bracket in here. And it goes in this way with the top of this facing towards the inside here. It's bending towards the inside. And I've got to try and figure out the best way to do it. If I hold that with my middle finger, I'm guessing, it's going to leave my 2 fingers free here to kind of get that in there like that. And then because I've loaded my screw up, I'm hoping, yeah, I can hope all I want. It doesn't want to go in. Let's try that again. I find it so amazing how hard this is to get in. But here we go. That's going in fine now. All the way out the other side. Very tricky. Okay, then I just need the AP screws here to secure this side down. So again, turn it over. I need 2 of these. One in here and one in that back side there. And then finally, loading up another AP screw. I've got the bracket to put on this side, which is going to pin the edge here into that clip. And again, make this tight. And there you go. That's that one in as well. Now, if you find that the tab is not fitting perfectly in there, just loosen the screws up a little bit at the bottom there, and then that should fit no problems at all. If you make them too tight, it tends to push out at the end, which means that that doesn't go in there. But if you loosen them up, as you can see, it's in perfectly there. But that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. I really enjoyed that. That's looking pretty impressive, isn't it? Coming along, very heavy as well. This whole car, I'd love to know how much it's going to weigh. But yeah, very heavy model. Anyway, really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. And please remember to share this video too. Other than that, take care.